You can find almost anything on the streets of New York, so join me today as we find some awesome street sculptures, drop in on the 23rd Street Festival, and find out what they've got in New York's most famous flea market. Let's hit the road! Today's lessons will be what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. How do you like? How do you like my idea? Grew up. Their children grew up to be famous criminals. How to work. Do you know how to work this? I've been framed. They don't fit me. I'm glad they don't fit me. Hey everybody, it's Junie Kim, and today we're going to explore the street cultures of New York City. The best thing about New York City is that you don't have to go into a fancy store to buy awesome things or go into a restaurant to get good eats. Here you can get all these things and more right out on the street. Let me show you what I mean. Come on. One of the best things about New York is that you don't have to go into a museum to see great works of art. There are over 300 outdoor sculptures everywhere. Let's go check some out. This is called a love sculpture, and it's easy to see why. It was designed by a man named Robert Indiana in 1964, and ever since, it had become so famous that there's different versions all around the world, including Japan, Portugal, and Spain. I really love the sculpture. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Good kitty. This is one fat cat. This cat sculpture is by an artist named Fernando Botero. He's an artist from Colombia, that's in South America. He has sculptures all over the world, including this one on Park Avenue, New York. Imagine all the milk that he would drink. I'm here reporting from United Nations headquarters. Let's talk about the state of the world. Just kidding, I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to show you a cool piece of art. This sculpture is called Sphere Within Sphere. It was sculpted by an Italian artist named Arnaldo Pomodoro. How do you like my idea? A sphere within a sphere within a sphere. This is another sculpture in front of the UN, and it represents peace. The best kind of gun is the gun that you can't use. Walk faster, man. This is not the only statue in this area. If you look up on the buildings, you can see all sorts of statues. Let's play Spot the Statue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whether you look up or down, you'll always find something cool in New York City. Sculptures aren't the only thing you'll find on the street. Let's go check out some festivals! Here we are at the 23rd Street Festival. We're in a neighborhood of Manhattan called Chelsea. Remember, that's where we visited Chelsea Piers and the High Line Park. Let's go check it out. I wonder what's in my future. This looks pretty. Look at these cool paintings. At street fairs, artists can come and sell their own work. Which one's... Oh, this one's pretty too. At street fairs, you could get great bargains, even for fancy jewelry. The wrong size? Looking to start a garden? It's easy. They even have flowers here. Gravity? What gravity? This French clown does a cool trick called contact juggling. Yeah? I could always use another eyeball. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? I could sure go for some old-fashioned lemonade.
All right, thank you. Throw over here.
This one? Thank you. This is an interesting part of New York City, and it's called Hell's Kitchen. Do you know why it's called Hell's Kitchen? A long time ago, very poor families used to live here, and some of their children grew up to be famous criminals. But now things have changed. It's a very upscale neighborhood. One of New York's most famous flea markets is here. No, not the type of fleas that bite your dog. A flea market is a place where people sell all kind of stuff. Old things, new things, and everything in between. Let's see what we can find at Hell's Kitchen Flea Market today. I've got an important phone call to make. Do you know how to work this? This is an Edison phonograph. This is what people used to listen to music in the early 1900s. I've been framed. I've been framed, I tell ya. This be where my treasure is. Interesting hairstyle. I wonder if it would work on me. Oh, pretty. Wow, this is the prettiest zoo I've ever seen. Say cheese. These look like pretty uncomfortable shoes. I'm glad they don't fit me. Abracadabra, I look just like Harry Potter. Looking fancy. Anyone care for a game of golf? Thanks for coming with me today to explore the street culture of New York City. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Let's review today's lessons. Today we learned 6 awesome phrases. What I mean. Let me show you what I mean. What I mean. Let me show you what I mean. How do you like? How do you like my idea? How do you like? How do you like my idea? Grew up. Their children grew up to be famous criminals. Grew up. Their children grew up to be famous criminals. How to work. Do you know how to work this? How to work. Do you know how to work this? I've been framed. I've been framed. They don't fit me. I'm glad they don't fit me. They don't fit me. I'm glad they don't fit me. Dear Diary, the streets of New York City are magical. There's so much to explore. For example, did you know about street sculptures? Art that you can see just walking around the streets. Today, I saw a few of them, and they were amazing. I like knowing that they'll be around even years later. Street fairs and flea markets are also magical. You never know which interesting thing you'll find next. I saw so many cool things, like antique phones, animal jewelry, and a French clown who balanced a crystal ball on his arms. And every time I go back, I know there'll be something new and exciting waiting for me. Love, Junie.